Alright, so hi, welcome. Today we're gonna just talk about plotting. Okay, plotting is very simple. You can actually get some of the what do you call that, tutorials within here. The modeling a pin cell one. You keep scrolling down, you should be able to see the plotting part. Okay, you will first of course need to to have matplotlib inline. Okay, I don't know where this one is. This one. You need matplotlib inline. Okay, and my recommendation is also you import matplotlib as plot. Okay, I did not input it here yet, but now I'm going to put it here. So maybe. Yeah, I'll just give you the plots. Okay, plot is here, and then you have a matplotlib inline. Okay, that's all you need to plot. In fact, I'll not put it here. I'll just for the sake of clarity, I'll put it right after you do your geometry XML, because that's all the only file you need available is your geometry XML. Okay, and then I can just run it. I can restart and clear output, and this will actually help you to okay, let me see, insert cell below. Yeah, this will actually help you to see what your reactor shape looks like and whether you are on the right track. Okay, so how do you start plotting? Okay, so you need to look for a specific universe first. You need to look at your universe. So one of these universe I have here is called reactor. Okay, reactor is an OpenMC universe. Okay, so I need to take reactor, and then what do I do next? Okay, if you take a look at the tutorial, the modeling a pin cell tutorial, okay, so the general syntax is like that: universe.plot. Okay, universe.plot. So the universe here is reactor, and I will just use a dot plot here. Alright, universe.plot, and what do I do next? The next thing is I need to specify some width and a basis. Okay, the basis means that, okay, which is the plane that I'm looking at. Alright, am I looking at the XZ plane? Am I looking at the XY plane? Etc. etc. And according to this tutorial, OpenMC by default appears in the XY plane, but you can change it to the XZ plane. So you're looking at the XY plane from the top by default. Otherwise, you can of course look at the other planes as well. So what are the widths that I use? I mean, I have a width over here, which will kind of be very rudimentary. You won't be able to see much. Okay, so you really won't be able to see much over here. You see, the width is 2 and 2, which you will see one part of the reactor, but you really can't see much else. So how am I supposed to adjust the width? Okay, I actually adjust the width using these reactor dimensions. For example, the cylinder radius and the reflector thickness. So okay, look, this is how I actually plot. I use this cylinder outer radius and cylinder outer radius. Okay, where's the cylinder outer radius? Cylinder outer radius is here. Okay, I use this as my plotting dimension, and of course I'll multiply by 2, because like I showed in the previous videos, if you have a cylinder radius, okay, you have a square, right? The square is your plotting window, and you have a cylinder inside your square. Okay, the one side of the square is actually 2r. Okay, so 2 times the cylinder outer radius should be my plotting dimension if I'm looking from the top. Okay, if I'm looking from the top, 2 times this, so very easy, 2 times this. Alright, so this is the xy looking from the top. So if I want to look at it from the side, what can I do? I can also do the same. However, my in my Z direction, I don't want it to be the I don't want it to be so-called how do I say? Yeah, I don't want it to be using the cylinder outer radius anymore. I need to use a coordinate consistent with my Z dimension characteristic length, which is of course the reactor length. The reactor length is my reactor dimension in Z, and that is what it looks like. Okay, it's compared to what we've been doing, plotting is pretty easy. Yeah, straightforward. Okay, so this is what your reactor actually looks like. If you want to zoom out a little bit more, you can do this, and then you will see. Okay, your reactor actually looks really fat and cylindrical. The reflector thickness is humongous. Not ideal. It almost looks like a pancake shape, in fact. So chances are you actually want to elongate this reactor and then maybe make this part a bit thinner, which is definitely legitimate. But then we'll have to, of course, run some more parametric tests to make sure this thing is actually, this K effective is 1, somewhat. Okay, but yeah, I mean, we can of course do that, but that's sort of it for now. I do not want to do any more redesign of this reactor. Yeah, we can of course make it longer, I mean more elongated, more looking like a tube, but yeah, I think that's enough for me, at least for this video series. I can always do that next time. Yeah, but the basic idea is there. Okay, basic idea is there, and you can see actually over here on the top and bottom, you actually likelihood is that you will leak a lot of neutrons. Okay, second thing, now you don't just do it for the main universe. You can actually do it for smaller universe. For example, like this pebble cell universe, right? Pebble cell universe, you can also use this plot to try and plot. So I can do pebble cell universe dot plot. Okay, and then of course I'll give it a width and a basis. Okay, this is my general syntax, so you're not working blind. Okay, so what's the width? Okay, the width here will be this fuel radius times 2 if you're looking at the XY plane. Okay, so 2 times fuel radius. Okay, oops, sorry, this one. 2 times fuel radius and 2 times the fuel radius, because I'm not looking at the X. I mean, in the pebble cell universe, I'm only looking at individual pebbles. So if you take a look at this, this is what the pebble cell universe looks like. And of course, if you look at it from the top, okay, you look at it from the top, it doesn't really make a difference because it's a sphere. Okay, of course this one will actually plot by material. The colors are sort of randomly assigned. Okay, but yeah, that is that. Okay, one, yeah. Okay, there are other ways to plot as well, using this OpenMC.plot, but just for the sake of brevity, I will not go through it, but I'll tell you where you can find it. It will be in the post-processing. Okay, post-processing tutorial. But anyway, that's it. Enough. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. But what I want to say is that now at least you know how to not fly blind anymore. And if you want to check your reactor designs, this is actually sufficient to actually see what's going on. If you want to check universe by universe, that's what you can do. Okay. If you want the OpenMC plot, you can, because this thing actually plots the colors by cells, so you cannot actually see any of the you can't see any of the reactor, the stuff that's going on inside the center. You cannot see the individual pebbles, so to speak. If you want to do that, you have to plot all by like material, and that's using the OpenMC plot. Okay, but that one you can go and look at the tutorials. They're all available, but I won't go through them. Okay, so thanks for watching, and yeah, next time we'll look at the stochastic volume calculations. See ya.